And there's still classes.
Don't you have enough? Don't you?
In December, the tensions erupted.
Bang, bang, that's power. Get ready, brother. Bing, bing, bang, bang, power. Black power. Free you. Don't you hear? I said back off. Admit it. Get away. One of us get hurt. Get away. Take a picture of me. We are winning the strike. We're going to continue the struggle as we have up to now. We'll continue to move the ways we have been moving up until now until we close. Give what you can, give what you can. You have a penny, or a dollar, or a dime, what you can. Nobody wants more than that. Just do what you can. Get them out of jail. Before they get...
All the black people who have struck it, the goal of all the black people who have struck at San Francisco State is to seize your power so that we can implement the 10-point set of demands developed by the Black Students Union and the Black Faculty Union and the black brothers and sisters that work in the cafeteria, the janitors, the administrators, whatever. We like to say that the strike here at San Francisco State is very historic because this is the first time in the history of all existing colleges in the United States that we have dissolved class barriers between people of the third world. For instance, in this strike, black and brown, red and yellow people who worked in the cafeteria struck with us. Black and brown, red and yellow people who worked in administration struck with us. Black people who worked in the bookstore struck with us. Black people involved in whatever facet of this campus that they were working in struck, showing us that first, we are black human beings, and 15th or 16th, we are whatever designation that the racist dog power structure attaches to our name.
Clear that as a result of the pattern of confrontations and violence that have arisen out of the basic issues confronting the college and the strike, and additionally the turmoil on the campus, we don't believe that it's possible to carry on a constructive educational program, and we don't believe either that in this context we can get at the basic issues and get at them in a way in which we have an opportunity to resolve them.
Thousands and thousands of legitimate students who want to go to school and are enrolled there have a right to go to school, and they have no right to allow a little militant minority, both of faculty and students, to close down the university and deny the others their right to the education that they're trying to get. And all it takes is the courage to stand up and take whatever action is necessary to ensure that the majority can go about their business as they obviously want to do.
The militants have been called bandits, professional agitators. You call us what you want, but we are going to continue to struggle And we see ourselves as struggling for the generations that are here and for the generations to come.
This weekend, student activists have turned their energies, at least for the moment, toward the news media. A coalition of 50 white students from San Francisco State, Berkeley, and San Jose picketed the Chronicle building here today in protest of all news coverage during the strike. Spokesman Gordon DeMarco.
Students at San Francisco State are engaged in a struggle against racism and oppression. We feel that all people, white working class people, black people, brown people, have a right to fight against those elements responsible for their intolerable conditions. George Murray was fired because he is fighting to improve the conditions of the black community. He is fighting against slumlords, poor education, and exploitative job conditions. The press has slandered the strike and lied about the true nature of what black and white people in this country are fighting for. This, however, is understandable to us because we find that on the board of trustees and regents, men who control our universities, are people who represent three large newspaper empires, Hearst, Times-Mirror, and Ritter. Using press lies and attacks by the police, it was Hearst who broke the strike of the white workers of the LA Examiner who were fighting for decent wages and a decent living condition. It is also Hearst and people like him who are trying to break the strike of students fighting to make education serve the entire community. We feel that taxpayers are being hurt in two ways. First, their sons and daughters are often systematically excluded from attending college. And second, the trustees and regents who make the basic education policies are the corporate rich who have never acted in the interests of the people of the community. We hope that our strike will begin to change those conditions.
Stop!